Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Faithwalk 101. We are so glad that you could join us. In this lesson, we're going to be talking about why we will always have joy in the morning. All my friends, good morning, sunshine. You know what? I needed to see your loving light today. I needed to start this new day off looking at life your way. That's right, my friends. I needed to hear what your true light, what God's true light has to say to me this morning. Oh, I am so glad that, you know what, I get to start this new day off this way. You know what, my friends? Yes, for you, there might have been pain and sorrow and hurt yesterday. And yesterday might have seemed all so gray. But eternity with God says sorrow is not here to stay. It might visit in the night, but you know what? In this early morning sun, it is so warming. And that's why, my friends, there is joy in the morning. True peace is in the sight, is in our sight. We can see it, my friends. We can see this true peace from God's light. When you completely surrender to God, you experience His might. Woo! You experience His power. Oh yes, the power of His love. You know what it does? It gives us sight. It is that sunlight in the morning that gently touches our face and warms us, my friends. It's this brightness in the morning before we start this hectic, crazy race. But you know what? He's going to prepare us. What He's going to do, He's going to help us with our pace. Human limitations from sorrow and pain can never compete with God's divine name. That's right, my friends. Can never compete with it. That's why we call on Him. That's why we call on Him in the morning, noon, and night. And you know what He says? He says, trust me, rest on my promises, and watch how I fight. That's right, my friends. Our Lord Jesus Christ, God, He fights for us. He says, trust me, rest on my promises, and watch how I fight. I wave my hand, and the wind, it moves with might. Woo! He blinks His eye, and the world turns to night. He raises His other hand, and the sun always shines so bright. I give my love to you, He says, and now what we have is eternity in sight. Woo! That's why we have joy in the morning, because fear, it has no might, my friends. We have joy in the morning because we now understand and we can see with God's might. All my friends, understanding is in the sun that shines so bright. Hope gives us power to do what is right. All my friends, His Spirit, yes, it's His Spirit, is the counsel. That's that guiding light. Woo, yes, He's guiding us. He brings believers together to take us to this new height. That's right, my friends. It's encouragement from the others. It's the encouragement from other believers that helps us through this day and night, my friends. We need each other in this spiritual fight. All we do, my friends, we do. There will be tears on the battlefield and problems in the world, afflictions and challenges. And sometimes, my friend, there will be sorrow at night. But we must remember that we are not alone in this fight. No, we're not. And that's why, my friends, we have joy in the morning, because of hope and eternity. It's in our sight. We can see it, my friends. All my friends. Psalms chapter 30 and verse 5. For His anger lasts only a moment, but His favor lasts a lifetime. Weeping might stay for the night, but my friends, we are rejoicing in the morning. That's right, because we have our Lord Jesus Christ in sight. He's in our hearts, and we love him so much. Continue to join us on Faithwalk 101 as we talk more about how we start each day off with joy, always. And it's because of what he's put in our hearts and what we have in sight, and that is eternity. Thank you, my friends.